Get 1 John 3 and 8. It's in the back of the Bible. Amen. Amen. Go to the back of the Bible if you're using technology. Go to 1 John, not John. 1 John 3 and 8. Amen. 1 John 3 and 8. And when you have it, say praise the Lord tonight. Amen. Thank God for our rituals on tonight. I appreciate you so much. Amen. Amen. 1 John 3 and 8 reads like this, says, he that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth even from the beginning. And then the Bible begins to read, for this purpose or for this cause was the Son of God manifested, that he should destroy the works of the enemy. For this purpose was the Son of God manifested, that he should destroy the works of the enemy. Look at your neighbor tonight and tell him every work of the enemy has been destroyed. Take your seat in the presence of the Lord tonight. On this resurrection Sunday, the Lord is leading me for us to consider, the purpose of Jesus, the purpose of Jesus. Somebody say the purpose of Jesus. It's interesting. If there's anybody like me, when it comes down to computers, some of us are Mac lovers. Or how many Mac lovers in the house? Like, okay, I got a fist. And all right. And so I am a Mac lover. I'm a Mac lover. And I was using my computer the other day, and I was using it in the church, and we were in rehearsal, and I noticed something interesting. For whatever reason, this time I didn't have my Mac fully charged. My battery wasn't fully charged, so it got down to about 3 or 4%. When it got down to about 3 or 4%, it gave me a warning, and it told me unless I connect to power, my computer was about to shut down. It intrigued me because I just liked the way it read. It said, unless I hook up to some power or connect to power, this particular device is about to shut down. And so the Holy Ghost began to speak to my spirit immediately and begin to say to me, it's important in this season that we understand that God loved us so much, that's just not to just redeem us, but he wanted a connection with us because he understood that he is the power, and if we're not connected to the power, we will ultimately shut down. Oh my God, after all the things that you have been through in the last couple of years, come on, we can go back to the last year, we can go back to some weeks ago and some months ago. Out of all the things you have been through, watch this, you should have shut down, broke down, and given up. But I got a few witnesses, and I got a few people that have been going through like a good soldier and can testify and say, if I had not been connected to the power, I would have gave up a long time ago. Oh my God, it's easier said than done when you go through. Many of us can talk about going through, but when you are the one involved in the process of going through, it becomes a different ball game. Many of us can encourage somebody else to go through real easy, and many of us can talk a good game about how they should do. We can give them directions to the team. Give God praise. Read your word. Pray in the morning. Talk positive. Declare the word of the Lord. Come on. And we say it with boldness when it's on the other hand. But when it comes in your direction, and when it comes in your house, or when it comes on your job, oh my God, I'm starting to find out that we're not connected to power like we need to be. Because if we were connected to power, the saints wouldn't be shutting down and breaking down. I don't care what comes your way. When you're connected to power, power empowers you to keep going. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, I've been empowered to keep going. I need y'all to talk back in me. I've been getting used to audiences that talk back. Look at your neighbor and say, talk back to the pastor tonight. Yeah. Connected to power. I want you to understand that when we consider Jesus our risen Savior, that he was manifested, he was born into the world for a purpose. He just didn't come here guessing, he didn't come here playing games, but he was born with a purpose. And even his birth is even a mystery, because when you check out his birth of the Virgin Mary, born of a virgin, and whenever you would consider birth, most people when they give birth would have to have some type of sexual activity. Y'all want to talk back to me? But the Bible declares that when she began to bear, or when she began to notice that she was pregnant, it was because the Holy Ghost had overshadowed her. In other words, the Holy Spirit went against the norm. What normally would happen from the bottom up, the Holy Ghost did from the top down. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. I wish I had a church tonight. The Holy Ghost, watch this, placed Jesus in the womb. Placed him there. Watch this, because he had to be born that way, because the blood could not be tampered with. The blood had to be pure. The blood could not be any way tampered with human blood, because human blood is defiled. But it had to be a pure blood. And this is the essence of Christianity and what we believe. This is the essence of our salvation. That, watch this, that there is a lamb. There is a lamb, a pure lamb with pure blood that has the blood that can wash away every one of my sins. Oh my God, pure blood. He was overshadowed by the Holy Ghost. Let me put a pin in it right there. Oh my God, when God is ready to do something in your life, he does not have to go by the usual means to make it happen. Oh my God, I want you to open your mind this season. I want you to open your spirit in this next dimension of what God is about to do in your life, and not confine God to how you see him moving, because he doesn't need the resources. He doesn't need the necessary vehicles or the means to get it done. But if he wants to get it done, he'll just put it there. Look at your neighbor and say, when God wants to get it done, he'll just put it there. He was essentially born of God. And before she gave birth, she was a virgin. And after she gave birth, she was a virgin. Why was she still a virgin? Y'all will catch that in the morning. Because there was no sexual activity from another human. That's the mystery of the birth. Because he was born with a call. He was born with an assignment. And so all through his life, God the Father was preparing him for what he was about to come into, in essence, for what you and I needed to bring us redemption and salvation. Somebody say redemption and salvation. And so we must check out why was he manifested? What was the purpose? It's interesting when you look at the last words of Jesus Christ in the book of Luke chapter 23. One of the sayings close to the end of his death, when he gave up the ghost, he begins to declare, it is finished. It is finished. It is finished. What was he talking about essentially when he said it is finished? What is it? What is it? May I suggest to you tonight, according to the word of God, that when you look at Matthew chapter 26, there is an interesting scene there in Matthew chapter 26. I believe it is about the 36th verse, and it begins to describe when Jesus comes to this place where he has to get his flesh under subjection. He comes to this place named Gethsemane. He comes to this place named Gethsemane. And when he comes to this place, he says to his disciples, he says, listen, my spirit is troubled. I'm heavy. I'm going through a lot right now. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot at stake right now. And I need you. He had his inner circle, Peter, James, and John. And he said to his inner circle, I need you to go with me and go pray with me, because there's some issues I got to work out, because what I'm up against right now, I really ain't feeling it. Oh, but let me tell you this tonight, that watch this, some things that you come up against concerning process, you ain't always going to feel it. And Jesus declares, he says, I'm not feeling it, but he understood in order to get his flesh up under subjection, I have to watch this, learn how to get on my knees and seek the Father about this matter. When you look at the story of Gethsemane, it's very interesting, because when he gets on his knees to pray, the Bible says that he prays for an hour, and then he gets up off his knees. And I believe he was still troubled, because when he gets up off his knees, it was almost like he had an attitude. He goes back to his disciples, find them sleeping, and said, wait a minute, hold up. Could you not even watch with me even for an hour? In other words, watch this. If you are really my inner circle, if you really my ace, you could at least at this time, at this point in my life, you could at least hang with me to make sure I was all right. Isn't it amazing that people will be with you when it's comfortable, but when it gets uncomfortable, they ain't nowhere to be found. Oh, be careful of people that sleep on you when you're in trouble. Yeah, my God. because they'll be with you when you look good, when you're doing big things, when you're making major moves. But when it is time, and when you come to that place of brokenness, seems like you can't find nobody to hang with you when you're broken. Seems like you can't find people that'll just stay with you and let you know it'll be all right in your place of trouble. Because many times, many people sense your trouble, oh my God, as even a type of consequence. Not understanding some of the trouble that you go for is simply just process. Somebody shout process. Let me help you out tonight. You are going to have to come to the place, hold on for a second, hold on. You're going to have to come to the place of Gethsemane in your life. You are going to have to come to the place, watch this same place where Jesus came to and ultimately had to get all of his flesh under subjection. Look at somebody and say, you got to get your flesh under subjection. Y'all don't want to talk to nobody. Y'all scared to say that to anybody because our flesh and our emotions are out of control. And Jesus understood, because I'm living in flesh, there is something resisting or coming against the will of the Father. Oh, isn't it amazing that some of us can discern the will of the Father and even in the midst of that still question if it's really his will, if it's really another way? Can we take another route? And the Father is saying, no, you got to go down this one. Oh, you don't have to carry this cross. And so Jesus has to pray out of himself to get himself under subjection, because now he has got to get ready. Y'all ain't here tonight. He has got to get ready to handle Calvary, because he cannot handle Calvary and the events that are going to take place up to Calvary unless his emotions are in check, unless his mind is in check, unless his mouth is in check. Oh my God. Watch this. Some of the stuff in the process, you don't handle it right because you ain't been praying. You haven't seeked the will of the Father for your life. And some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying tonight, but I came to preach tonight. And some of the stuff in process, God is purposely taking you through it because there's some things you need to check about yourself in prayer. There's some things about you that are out of order. Why does it frustrate you so bad? Watch this. It essentially shows us in the Garden of Gethsemane that you can pray so good that an anointing will come on your life that your enemy can't find your button. Y'all don't believe it. I'm in the wrong church tonight. You can pray so good that there'll be such power on you that no matter what button they push, no matter what they say to you, it won't even get on your nerves. See, you used to everything getting on your nerves, bothering you, racking your brains, making you go crazy, go in circles. But you can be in the presence of God so good that whatever they do to me, they can slap me if they want to. And I'll turn the other cheek. Y'all don't like what I'm saying. Oh my God. God wants us in such a prayer place that when our enemies say stuff to us, it don't bother us. I knew I wasn't going to get no amens to that, but I'm all right. He wants us in such a place in his will that when challenges come against us, it's almost like there's no interference because I'm so focused on his will. I have to preach the Bible. Y'all may not like it. If you don't want the Bible, you came to the wrong church. You got to be in such a prayer place, discerning the will of God, that when adversity arises in your life, you're so focused on your assignment that you don't abort your mission. Y'all didn't hear what I said. You got to be so focused on your assignment that whatever is trying to annihilate you, you don't abort it and give up and go another direction and cause your life to be harder. Look at somebody and say, don't make your life harder than what it already is. Hell, I don't know about you, but I got to be in the will of God. I wish I had a church tonight. I got to be in the place where I know God is saying, listen, this is the road you got to go down. There's going to be a cross to carry. It's going to get heavy. It's going to be rough. God, I don't want to do it, but if you say this is the road that I got to take, then so be it. And Jesus, watch this, after he goes the first time, he realizes he got to go back down a second time and go before the Father. And when he goes down second time, he asked the Father a question. Is there another way? Oh my God. But something on the inside rose up in him. Oh, as he began to pray, because you can never pray and not be connected to the direction of the Father. You can never pray and, oh my God, and not hear what God is telling you to do. Oh, that's why sometimes after you ask the question, you need to just shut your big mouth because you talk too much in prayer. How can you hear when you're always talking? How can you hear when you're always telling God to do it now, do it now? But after you ask, you need to shut your mouth and say, God, what do you want me to do in this situation? Watch this. He got up a first time, but he came back a second time. Here it is tonight. There are too many people in church giving up and walking out the will of God after the first time. And there are some times in your life where you got to pray and you got to go back a second time. Look how crazy y'all looking right now. Shake somebody's hand and say, you can't give up in prayer. Hold on one second. You can't give up in prayer. You got to go back till you get clear directions. Don't you go back. Don't you go out the will of God with it blurry. But go out in the will of God when it's clear. When you know for a fact that this is what God wants me to do. I preach whether you want me to preach it or not. I feel the Holy Ghost in here. Tell your neighbor, say, go back as many times as God tells you to go back. Oh, he goes back a third time. And when he goes back the third time, and he gets up the third time, he still sees his disciples, the people that's supposed to be with him, not even giving a concern about what he's going through. But it didn't even bother him, because when you're praying, stuff don't bother you that bother other folks. Who cares what everybody? That's why I ain't bothered by y'all that ain't responding now yet. Because when you find yourself in a prayer place, it don't matter who responds. I'm just doing the will of my Father. And we got too many people in this season trying to please people and not pleasing God. Oh my God, but I need about 5 people in this season. Whatever I got to put to the side, whatever I got to give up, whoever I got to give up, whoever I got to stop focus on, if I don't have to give an ear to them, I won't give an ear to them. They can say what they want to say. I won't crack back. I won't even say. Some of y'all problem is you don't know how to shut your mouth. Oh my God. Every time somebody gets on your nerves, you got a word, and it ain't a word from the Lord. Y'all don't like what I'm saying, but I need some people to understand that when you're walking in the will of God, everything don't require a response. Sometimes you just need to be quiet and keep walking on your assignment, because your assignment and the task that God has for you, it's already enough pressure. You're going to need all your mind. Stop giving everybody else a piece of it. You're going to need everything about your spirit to be empowered to get through what you got to get through. Look at somebody on your road. Say, neighbor, I don't got time to be worried about your shenanigans. But if you want to roll with me in this season, if you want to encourage me, if you want to pray for me while I'm in process, somebody shout process. You are going to have to go through the process. And if you don't want to go through the process, just leave now. But I need about 5 or 10 people that said, I don't come to church just to show people I'm coming to church. I didn't come to resurrection service just to show what I'm wearing. But I came because I'm in the midst of a process. And in the midst of this process, I need all I can get from God. I need all the oil. I need all the word. I need all the praise. I need all the prayer. I got to find myself in the house of God, because if I don't get here, if I don't do what I need to do, I will find myself stepping on another route out of the will of God, and my life will be most dissatisfied. But is there anybody that says, to heck with that? For God I live, for God I die. I just want to do the will of the Father. Look at somebody, slap them high five, and say, neighbor, I've been down the wrong road before, but the way of the Father is the way. The will of the Father is the way. And one thing I like when the will of the Father, he has the responsibility, no matter how hard it gets, he has, Sister Brenda, the responsibility to protect you and to take care of you, even though it's painful, even though it's hard. He's got to take care of you. there. But tell your neighbor tonight, God got your back. God got your front. God got your top. God got your bottom. He got everything about you. And you're coming out of this process. Grab somebody by the arm. Link up with them real quick and say, I want to show you what it feels like to walk through a person with a person of faith going through a process. This is how you go through. Somebody go forward and say, we go forward to come out, because the further we go, and when we come out, it's getting better. Look at somebody and say, come out, go through, because it's getting better. Shout to somebody and say, it won't be like this always, but there's some preparation needed. There's some tools I need. My spirit got to be girded up. I got to know how to take a licking and keep on ticking. Look at somebody and say, go through, because it's going to get better. I wish somebody would get their good church voice and shout, better, 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 better. It's got to get better. God does not have me going through process to keep me in the nighttime, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Shake somebody's hand, even if you ain't feeling it, and declare with your own mouth, say there's light, there's a miracle, there's a blessing, there's a breakthrough at the end of the tunnel. If you believe it tonight, I want somebody to shout in here and give God praise. Somebody shout and give God glory. Look at somebody and say, you got to go through Gethsemane. Yeah. And it represents the place of process. Take your seat. Because what you're up against, you can't handle it unless you spend some time in Gethsemane. Oh my God. I wish y'all could feel it. Y'all still ain't feeling it like I need you to feel it. But I want you to understand how important your prayer life is. And a lot of your failure is not in God at all. It's in the fact that you don't pray like you need to pray. It's in the fact that you don't seek God like you need to seek God. It's the fact that you don't spend time with God like you need to. Oh my God. When you spend time with God, they can't get on your nerves. When you spend time with God, they can't rub you the wrong way. I know y'all don't like what I'm saying, but I've been in some situations where people have talked about me like a dirty down dog. Y'all don't feel what I'm saying? And I walk right by them. I've not walked right by them, but as I walked by them, I was still able to speak to them like nothing wasn't wrong. And I knew exactly what they said about me. Y'all looking at me like that? Because y'all, oh my God, y'all, oh my God, y'all be, Lord, deal with them. No, I don't got time for that. If they want to talk about me, if they want to have a discussion, let them have it. Because what God is about to do with my life, they can't stop it anyway. Look at your neighbor and say, people's opinions and what they say about you can't stop you anyway. It can't block you. It can't keep you from what God got for you. Y'all ain't feeling me in here. Pull on somebody and say, can't no person stop you. Can't no demon stop you. You are your own worst enemy. Somebody shout glory in here. And so Jesus had to pray out of himself to get himself in check. And my God, if Jesus had to do it, who do you think you are? Oh my God. Oh, you got to understand that Jesus was divine and flesh all in the same. And he still understood that there was something in the flesh that was trying to pull him away from the will of God. He understood the task when he was about to encounter that I can't handle it unless I spend some time in Gethsemane. Oh, there's going to be some stuff that comes to your mind. There's going to be some stuff that comes to your house. There's going to be some stuff that comes to your body. There's going to be some stuff that comes in your marriage. And unless you've been to Gethsemane, you, oh my God, you'll run away from it. Oh my God, but when you've been to Gethsemane, when you've been with the Father, when you've been in his presence, you say, not my will, but thy will be done. Oh my God, saints don't have no business saying, I'm doing me. That the devil is a liar. I ain't doing me. because me got me in trouble too many times. But I'm doing God in this season. And whatever he tells me to do, whatever he tells me not to do, oh my God, look at somebody and say, I'm glad Pastor's preaching this tonight. And tell somebody, not my will, but the will of the Father be done. Whatever it takes, whatever it costs, I got to do the will of the Father. Oh my God, understand, he's getting ready to go to Calvary. And he goes to the courtroom. And when he gets to the courtroom, he is charged for something he did not do. Ask your neighbor, how do you feel when people accuse you of stuff you ain't do? Y'all know how y'all feel. I want y'all to get a picture here of what he got to go through. He is wrongfully charged. He is wrongfully accused. And then on the way to the cross, on the way to Calvary, he has to carry his cross. And while he's carrying his cross, he has already been beaten. Oh my God. Which the whips were described as leather whips with thongs on the end, with metal balls on the end, which would literally get into your flesh and pull your skin so that you would begin to see the sinews and the bone and the insides, because it would pull the flesh out. There's a term, if I can say it right, but there is a type of term a type of shock that Jesus would experience, that they say most people, when they go through this type of flogging and this type of beating, it's hypovolemic, or some type of word like that, I believe. I'm going to look it up later, get y'all the right word. But it's hypovolemic shock, I think it's called. And it's when, watch this, it's when you've been beaten so, you've been flogged so that there is a loss of blood. And watch this, and because your body tends to even lose fluids, the kidneys start to shut down because it's trying to store fluids. And so because of this loss of blood, he was experiencing low blood pressure, or the pressure of his blood was low, which would explain that when he was carrying the cross, that he would begin to collapse while he carried the cross, because he was experiencing what most people experience in that situation, that was known as hypovolemic shock. Oh my God, and that's why Simon would have to carry the cross the rest of the way, because his body was in such pain and in such shock. Look at somebody and say, he was doing all that just for me. Oh my God. And on the way to the cross, they're saying, crucify him. This man that healed people, this man that made lives better, this man that saved people, delivered people from demons and demonic attacks, saved lives, kept them and fed them from hunger. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. And they were saying, crucify him and kill him. Oh my God. And then he gets up on a cross. Check me out tonight. He gets up on a cross in this type of shock. And while he's in this state, he is still able to address situations while he's on the cross. Oh my God. Nails in his head, nails in his feet, hypovolemic shock, all at the same time. The pressure of his weight going down. Oh my God. Which would make it essentially hard to say anything in that type of position. And he's still able to say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Even at his point of death, and even at the point where he knows who said crucify him, where he knows who's been talking about him, where he knows who the people who put punishment on him, he's still able to say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. While he's on the cross, he's able to promise a robber that this day you shall be with me in paradise. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Oh my God. He's able to do all this at the place of death. My question to the body of Christ tonight, oh my God, in your death experience, in your bad place, in your hard place, oh my God, many times we're always looking for somebody to help raise us up and to help encourage us. But when is the last time you helped somebody else in your bad place? Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. And sometimes God will allow you to be in a bad place, because sometimes your greatest testimony is in the midst of your test. Oh my God, what a testimony it is to tell somebody they can have joy unspeakable and full of glory. And I ain't got no no job and no money. Y'all don't feel what I'm saying. What a testimony it is to be sick in my body, and I'm still declaring to you that God is a healer. What a, oh my God, what a testimony to dance and to shout and to give God glory. And you've been abused and taken advantage of. What a testimony. And you got to realize in your test that sometimes God is calling for your test to be able to testify, not after you get out, but while you're in. Oh, I know I'm preaching tonight. I'm preaching to somebody. Somebody needs to testify while they're in the test. The fact of the matter is God is still keeping you. You still in your right mind. You still got the activities of your lips. You still can worship him. You still can give him praise. And there's about 5 people in here that's grateful, that said, I already lost a lot of stuff, but what God has sustained in my life, I am so grateful for. Oh my God, I may have a little metal and plastic in my arm because of my surgery, but I'm grateful for that metal and plastic. Oh my God, I don't get discouraged about that because God is still able to use me even in the midst of what should have been a handicap. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying, but in the midst of your test, can you give God glory? When people don't deserve to be forgiven, can you still forgive them? Oh my God, let me say it to you like this. In the process of Gethsemane, God is getting ready for you to be able to handle pain. Look at your neighbor and say, it's easy to handle good times, but can you handle bad times? And so he'll process you in Gethsemane. Get your prayer life on, but he'll give you an anointing to handle pain. Look at your neighbor and say, you've been anointed to handle pain. Painful people, painful situation. Is the church here tonight? Is there anybody experiencing some pain? I'm here to tell you that God has processed you for this, to be able to handle this, because after your pain, you're coming out in power. Oh my God, you better believe it tonight. And so then he begins to declare at the end of his session on Calvary, he says, it is finished. He says, my work is done. Watch this, my work is done, but I ain't done. Y'all ain't with me tonight. Let me say it one more time. My work is done, but I ain't done. Because even after I get off this cross, I got to get inside some people and live on the inside. Y'all don't feel what I'm saying. And live on the inside of them and make myself known. Oh my God. He says it is finished. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor tonight, everything that you need has already been provided because Jesus died for you. And that was the payment that was necessary. Y'all ain't happy tonight. Y'all don't know when to shout yet. Oh my God. I can declare all my needs are already provided in those 3 words. It is finished. Oh, I need some people that believe it tonight. My prosperity has already been declared. My future has already been enlisted. My faith has already been confirmed because he finished it at the cross. I've been validated and qualified because he finished it on the cross. What he was born for and what he was manifested for was done on the cross. We're the church people tonight that still get excited about the cross. At the old rugged cross. Oh, it was the pain that brought life. It was the death that raised us up. Oh my God. And what I love about the Lord, what I love about our Jesus Christ, is that everything that they did to him, they tried to kill him in the flesh. They tried to kill him in the spirit. But whatever they did, they couldn't stop him. They couldn't keep him down. He says, I'll show you. Y'all gonna bury me. And when you bury me, I'm gonna make every prophecy come to pass. Because whenever you've been processed and you go through your pain, prophecy is about to be fulfilled. Look at your neighbor and say, your pain is bringing every word about your life to pass. process. Y'all don't believe it tonight. You've been going through stuff like nobody ain't been going through stuff. You can tell me some stuff that will probably blow my mind. Look at somebody and say, I can tell you some stuff. I can tell you some stuff. As sure as my name is whatever my name is, I've been going through for a while right now. But God told me to tell you tonight that your pain is bringing you into the fulfillment of your prophecy. Oh, it was prophesied just as Jonah went down in the belly of the whale for 3 days, so shall be the Son of God. Look at somebody and say, you can't keep life down. You shall not die, but you shall live to declare the works of the Lord. Jesus came that we might have life and that we might have it more abundantly. Where my church at tonight? I feel the Holy Ghost tonight. Oh my God. I dare you in this season to look to the hills from whence cometh your help, because your life is about to turn around. Everything about your life is about to get better. Look at your neighbor and holler at him real good tonight and say, everything about my life is about to get better. I've been processed in prayer. I went through the pain and suffering, and now I'm coming into the fulfillment of prophecy that what God spoke over my life from the beginning is about to come to pass and manifest even right now. No matter what they did to him, he had to rise up. Look at somebody and say, Jesus had to get up, because how else could he conquer death? How else could he overcome death? The best way to conquer something, the best way to overcome something is to come through it. Oh my God. And isn't that what Jesus did? Through the suffering, through the pain, through the beating, through the scorning, made fun of him, sarcastic remarks. Aren't you the king of the Jews? You certainly don't look like a king. But one thing I love about God is it ain't what it looks like. And whatever situation you're in right now, I came to tell you, no matter how the devil makes it look, no matter how hard it seems right now, it's not what it looks like. It may look dead right now, but tell somebody, I feel like preaching in here, tell them I'm about to come up, because my daddy came up, my Savior came up, and he came up with all power in his hand. Y'all know how the Baptist preachers preach. He was buried on a Friday. Oh my God, stayed out on a Saturday. But early on Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. Look at somebody. Say, because he got up, I got a reason. I got a right. I'll fight to get up. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, you got to get up, spirit. Oh my God. Every time it seems like the enemy knocks you down, seems like you bounce up, you get up, you can't stay down. Would you look at somebody and tell them tonight, say, neighbor, you can't stay down, because there's somebody that lives on the inside that got up for every one of my sins, that got up to live on the inside. Greater is he that's on the inside. If y'all let me preach, I'll preach for a few minutes. Greater is he that's on the inside than he that's in the world. Look at somebody and say, greater is on the inside. And is there anybody that came to church at 5 p.m.? You could have been doing something else. You could have been out to eat. You could have been at a dinner. You could have been at a family function. But there's about 10 of y'all tonight that said, I come to give God praise simply because he got up with all power in his hand. Shout to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, you're going from process to pain to prophecy to power Y'all didn't hear me. You're going from process to handle the pain so the fulfillment of prophecy will come forth, and you're walking out in power. I dare about 10 people that came to have church tonight. I dare you to take 7 steps and say, it's my time for power. Power, Lord. Power, Lord. Yeah. You've been suffering. You've been crying. Tears down your eyes. Yeah. Wondering what's going on. But the Lord told me to tell you to get ready. It's about to get better. I dare you to make yourself look crazy and turn around and say, neighbor, neighbor, it's about to get better right now. Tell them, come alive, resurrect, hop up, jump up, skip up, leap up. Everything about Jesus is up. Yeah. Look at somebody and tell your neighbor, say, I'm determined. I'm determined to go higher. I don't care how the enemy hits me. Come with your best shot. God, my fighter. God, my shield. God, my protector is gonna get me through this. Talk to yourself and say, self, we're gonna get through this with the help of the resurrected Savior. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, this is why Jesus was born. He was born to take us out of sin, to bring us into a good future. And I'm here to declare tonight that your future is looking much brighter than where you've been. Y'all don't even believe it. Than where you believe. I need you to shout and give God glory and say, my future is looking better. My future is going. Y'all don't even want to say it. I'm going to come talk to you at the church because I see you. But I need you to open your mouth. That's the type of passion you're dealing with in this season. I need you to be obedient and open your mouth and say, my future is getting better right now. Yeah. So when you come to 1 John 3:8, it says, for this purpose. What purpose? He rose so your life would be better. He rose so your life would be good. He rose so your life wouldn't be despondent and in despair. But you can have joy unspeakable and full of glory. I feel the Holy Ghost. Somebody shout joy. Joy in the Holy Ghost. Joy in the morning. Joy in the new day. Joy in the evening. Shake somebody's hand and tell your neighbor, get your joy back tonight. Yeah. I don't care who made you sick. I don't care who made you mad. Get your joy back. Get your praise back. Get it back. Take your healing. Take Look at somebody and say, neighbor, it won't work. It can't work. It's been destroyed. Hey, hey. Lord, help me in here tonight. Help me in here tonight. I came to declare that your broke season stops right now. I came to declare that your broke down season stops right now. See, I'm not up a whole shot. If I can get about 5 people to agree with me, watch this. I told the Lord, and I believe the scripture, that all the works of the enemy, whatever he's trying to work, whatever he's trying to do, it's already been destroyed. And I said on my watch at this church as a pastor, certain things ain't gonna go down. People are not gonna come in here and stay sick because the work of the enemy. People ain't gonna come in here and be depressed and stay depressed. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. I see another because the work of the enemy. You got to get violent in the Holy Ghost and declare, not on my watch. This is not going to happen. I shall live to declare the works. I need you to grab somebody's hand because it seemed like I got let me tell you what's going on in the spirit right now. It's like I got half a church that's tapped into the spirit and I got half a church that's tapped out. And God is trying to get a message to somebody tonight that your life don't have to be the way that it is. Lord, help me out tonight and grab somebody's hand on your road tonight. Grab somebody's hand tonight and say, tonight it stops right now. Come on, tonight it stops. Tonight it stops. Tonight it stops. What's been destroyed will not be rebuilt. What's been destroyed will not rebuild itself again. What's been destroyed will not come together in my life, in my house. Come on, where the warriors at, y'all? I pray for the warrior to leap up and declare what the word of the Lord says tonight. It shall not be. Hey! Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I know the potential of my church. And what I see right now is not the potential. Get up on your feet. Come on. Come on. And push through. There's something we need to push through tonight. Hey, 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 hey. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Johnny, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. It's been destroyed. Don't you live in something that's been destroyed. Don't you operate in something that's been destroyed. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hey, glory, glory, glory. Glory, glory, glory. Glory, glory, glory. Glory, glory, glory. There's always no thing that's going to be declared with your mouth. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Whatever's opposing you right now, declare it's been destroyed. Because the Son of God was manifest. This was his purpose. So the devil would have victory in your life. Grab those hands and say there's no victory. The enemy has no victory in their mind. The enemy has no victory in their life. The enemy has no victory. Come on, come on, come on. No victory, no victory. No victory, no victory. No victory here. You don't have to open your mouth and declare it. Speak to some areas. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Have your way. Have your way. Have your way. Have your way. Touch your people tonight. You know, Lord. You know all about us. You know our uprising. You know our shortcomings. You know, Lord, what we struggle with. You know, Lord, what we're going through right now. I declare by the power of the Holy Ghost that you touch each and every one of your people right now. Do something for them that they can't do for themselves. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes. We give you a yes. We give you a yes. We give you a yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Come in right now. Come in the room right now. Come in the room right now. Come in the room right now. Touching places that are untouchable. Do what you do best. Have your way. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes. We need you tonight. We need you tonight. We need you tonight. Have your way. Have your way. Have your way. Hashiandarabohosha. Hashiandarabohosha. Hishiandarabohosha. Hashiandarabohosha. I bind division. Hishiandarabohosha. I declare it's been destroyed. I bind disease. I declare it's been destroyed. Hashiandarabohosha. In the name of the Lord Jesus, I bind discouragement. I declare it's been destroyed. In the name of Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. A disobedient spirit, a stubborn spirit, I declare it's been destroyed. Humility take over tonight. In the name of Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes. 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 I feel it working. I feel it working. I feel it working. Hey. Hey. Glory, glory. Glory, glory. Glory, glory. You ought to declare this ain't going to happen on my watch. I don't care if it is happening. Take back the authority. Take back the power tonight. Out of your mouth. Open your mouth. Whoa. 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 If you believe that the Holy Ghost did something, I dare you to run to 5 people and declare 2 words tonight. Tell them it's over tonight. Come on, tell them it's over. Come on, run to about 5 people and declare it's over. Come on. Come on, it's over. Hey! I dare you to open your mouth and say it's over. Glory, glory, glory. Look at your neighbor and say, you made it here. You might as well get everything. Look at your neighbor and say, God gonna give me everything I need. And he gonna give it to me tonight. Somebody shout right now. Hey, hey, hey.
God said, victory tonight. Open your mouth and say, victory. Hold on, no music. It's in the atmosphere tonight. It's in the atmosphere tonight. Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Glory, 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 glory. Hallelujah, glory. Glory to God. Yes, Lord. Hey. Glory. Hallelujah. Come on. Oh, Holy Ghost is working tonight. Holy Ghost is working tonight. Yes, He is. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus. Hallelujah. Glory. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Speak, Holy Ghost. Speak, Holy Ghost. Oh,
Have done it again. I say, I, the Lord thy God, have done it again. I speak my word to you. Now cause your ears to hear. I spoken my word to you. Now cause your spirit to receive. I, the Lord thy God, have given you opportunity to receive all that I've done for you. I've completed the work. I've called my son to speak my word into your ears today. Sober yourself and hear. Sober yourself and hear. You must endure the process in order for you to go through the pain. Yes. You must endure the process. God said, receive the process. Yes. And do it. Then I will cause you to go through the pain to come to the fulfillment of the prophecy, the promise that I've given to you. That you will come out in power. Hear the word of the Lord today. I speak to your sober mind. I speak to your sober mind. The Lord God, I say unto you, I'm not a drug, I'm not a fix. I speak to your sober mind. I've given my word over and over and over again. You have the choice to receive. I say unto you, I give in my word to you. Now I plead with you today to receive. I plead with you today to receive. Yes, I've given the victory. Yes, I've given you the victory. But do you receive it? Do you receive it? So I speak to the sober mind. I speak to the sober mind this day. Harden not your heart. This is not the season to harden your heart. I don't want to give you over. But because you figure that I'm not worthwhile to retain the knowledge that I give you over to your own mind. So I speak to the sober mind. Hear me clearly this day. I speak to the sober mind. I've given you my word. Now take hold. Take hold. Take hold of my word. Then you will come out. Then you will come out. I've given it to you today. So I plead with you. Hear me clearly. I plead with you. Don't become another Nebuchadnezzar. Don't become another Nebuchadnezzar. I will have you in the backyard for years out of your mind. So surrender. That's the purpose of my word today. Endure the process. Then you can go through the pain. But you're stuck in your pain because you refuse to endure, to receive the process. Gethsemane is a place of surrender. So surrender yourself to me today. Surrender yourself to me today. But I speak to the sober mind. Don't dance over it. Don't shout over it. But hear me. Hear me. I don't want to give you over. But I gave them over because they refused to retain what I said to them. So I speak to you to this day. So receive me. Because I want you. I desire you. I went through what I went through for. I gave my son for the purpose because I love you. Do you love me enough to endure the process? Do you love me enough to surrender? Surrender yourself. I give you an opportunity to surrender yourself. I speak to your spirit. I said again, hear me clearly. I speak to the sober-minded. Not the mind that is under the influence of chaos, under the influence of what your eyes, natural eyes see, under the influence of what you're going through. I speak to the sober mind. My sheep know my voice. Hear the word of the Lord today. I've spoken through my servant. And I speak to the sober mind. Receive. 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 I said in my word, it didn't profit you. It's not profiting some of you today. Because you refuse to mix it with faith. I give you opportunity today. Don't miss the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity. Don't waste my word. Many have wasted my word. That's why hell hasn't enlarged herself. Don't miss out. I have it for you. Do you want it? I have it for you. Do you want it? I have it for you. Do you want it? Again, I say I speak to the sober-minded. Come on, get it right with me today. Get it right with me today. Don't make any substitutes for me. I am a jealous God. Make any substitute for me, for I am a jealous God. I have all of you or none of you. I have all of you or none of you. Surrender your heart to me today. Thus said the Lord, hear, for I speak to the sober-minded.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Receive the word of the Lord. We receive the word of the Lord. Hallelujah. We receive the word of the Lord on tonight. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We don't cut off right then. The Holy Ghost is still speaking. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
And if I may,
Hallelujah.
glory to God. God said he'll allow his wave of glory to come so many times in this atmosphere. But as I, trust me, I hear the word, as the word has come forth, and I got hold to it. God said, this is not the place just for a quick fix. Right. A dance. Right. An emotional experience. I come to do a work in you, each one of you, because he said, I love you. But you will remain in the same state. You will die and not experience the victory that he has given you. Hear him. He said, I've given you the victory, but do you receive it? Yeah. That's why you're stagnated. Yeah. God said, I'm looking for obedience. Right. I'm looking for obedience. Simple. Don't back off, man of God. When I say speak, speak. Because I'm God. I'm looking for your obedience. It may sound simple. It may sound redundant. But if the man of God say, go to 5 people, they come not your healing is dependent upon you going to 5 people. Yes, right. Your deliverance is dependent upon you going to 5 people. You missed the opportunity because you didn't obey. Wow. That's why he said, I speak to the sober mind. Listen, they call me mind soul. Listen, I speak to the sober mind. If you want to come out, because he made the way. He's made the way. You're praying to me, oh Lord, do it, God, do it. He said, I've done it. But have you received it? That's called your mindset. Obedience is what he wants. Obedience is what he wants. I will not always strive with you. That's right. I will not always strive with you. So when I present it to you, receive it. Yes. I'm not angry with you. I love you. But I can only give you what you receive. Yes. So don't allow your circumstances, don't allow your sickness, don't allow what you're experiencing in your relationship, don't allow what you're experiencing on your jobs, don't allow what your children is doing to frustrate you. Don't let it come between you and I. That's right. Don't let it. I'm a jealous God, he said. Besides, I would have no other. I don't want just some of you. I want all of you. Here, I plead with you. I'm in the praise, I'm listening, and in my heart, it's like God was showing, I'm just crying out. He brought people to my mind as he was speaking. My spirit was crying out, oh God, cause them to get it. Cause them to get it. I don't want them to miss it out. And I'm sorry to tell some of you just not going to receive it because you refuse to obey. You refuse to receive it. So you would die in the process and not get to the power, not get to the fulfillment of the prophecy because you refuse to endure the process. Don't you have to worry about the pain. We all go through pain. That's right. Well, let me retract that. When I say we all gonna go through pain, because the word I say through. Some of you gonna be stuck there because you refuse to submit, to be broken. The power of the healing was that Jesus surrendered. Right. Not my will, but your will. That's what he wants. Here. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. Glory to God. Just surrender. Thank you, Jesus.
I shall surrender. And so if you need to make your way down to the altar, make your way down to the altar. Hallelujah. Is there something you need to surrender tonight? Do it tonight. Come on. Hallelujah. It's your night. It's your night tonight. It is your night. Thank you, Jesus. Have your way. Yes. Have your way. Have your way. Hallelujah. Come on. Hallelujah. Come on. I ain't worried about nobody else. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I got to be in the will of God. Hallelujah. Yeah, that's it. Come on, make your way to the altar tonight. Come on. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord. If there's anybody else, come on tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Glory to God. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Minister Ron, would you do me a favor? Lay hands on her while she's praying, while she's amen. Do that for me tonight. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Come on, surrender. That's it. Surrender. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, be obedient to the confirming word on tonight. Hallelujah. The Holy Ghost comes to confirm the word. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. Whatever it is tonight, whatever it is tonight, it may be the next place you need to go in your relationship with God. It may not be no singing. Maybe a call. God might be calling you to something and you've been resisting the call. Thank you, Jesus. Whatever it is tonight, lay it at the altar tonight and tell God yes tonight. Yes, Lord. Come on, He's doing it right now. I lay this altar tonight. I want to be totally free and obedient tonight. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. He's working tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Elder Wilson, can you help me? Elder. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. Give him the mic, Miss Sarah. If you sing a little bit of that for me too. I'll sing it. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Jesus. Oh, Jesus tonight. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus tonight. Oh, have your way, God. 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 This is between you and God tonight. So not let it bullshit. Not only I will lay hands tonight, but God said, make this personal tonight. He says, why I lay my hands from heaven tonight. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Jesus. I declare that God is doing a new thing, a fresh work on the inside, another level of surrender, another level of yes, even on tonight. Well, God, I've said yes before. He's calling for another yes. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Glory to God. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord. Yes, Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Whatever it is you got to give up, tell God I give it up tonight. Whatever I need to grab tonight, tell God I'm grabbing hold tonight. Whatever I need to receive tonight, tell the Holy Ghost I receive it tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Lord. 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 Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Jesus, tonight. Hallelujah. 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 Glory. Glory, glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Lord, have your way. Have your way. Have your way tonight. Have your way tonight. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We need you tonight. We need you tonight. We need you. We need you. We need you. Hallelujah. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to Thank God for those that have come to the altar tonight in obedience and surrender on tonight. Thank you, Jesus. You can say that they want to. The reason I didn't lay hands this time is because of the word of the Lord that came forth. He said, I speak to the sober mind. And so this was strictly a decision. And a decision, personal decision, where you come to the Lord on your own. And sometimes when people lay hands, it kind of, And so, hallelujah, I want you to make a decision tonight and talk to the Lord for yourself. Sometimes you got to talk to the Lord for yourself. Hallelujah, hallelujah.